Hey guys, Jeb here, and as the title suggests, today we are going to be talking about supply drops. But before we get into this is an amazing hardpoint comeback on Combine that I had for a while now that I just haven't got around to posting. I think I get put in was 18 to 163, and then we end up coming back and winning 250 to 247. It's one of the most epic comebacks I've had, other than I think I've had one or two safeguards. That was pretty cool, especially one at the end of the 24-hour stream here lately. But getting on to the topic of supply drops, which has been a huge contention right now in the Call of Duty community, among players, among everybody who is having to deal with the game. It's really getting a bit, how can we say this, being nicely, annoying to the point of no return. So supply drops, if you didn't know, came in Advanced Warfare. They wanted to, I guess, give us a lot more customization, give us a reason to keep grinding out in the game, put in a little bit of randomness, but the problem was the random generated system, and that you couldn't get all the weapons if you were like me. I think I ended like 16th or 17th prestige in Advanced Warfare. I played a lot. I tried to get every single weapon in the game, and I think to date I still don't have 6 or 7, minus all their variants from the game. And that was one of the number one things that frustrated me. I believe if you're going to play a game and you put in a lot of time and effort trying to earn and 100% complete the game, that you should be able to get everything in the game. But the way that they've been dealing with supply drops as of recently, which initially when it came to Black Ops 3, I think Vonderhaar stated that it would only be cosmetic. And that's what the new melee weapons are. They are, for the most part, purely cosmetic. But now that the weapons have been added in, they are no longer cosmetic, and someone could even argue for, like, say, the MX Garand, that it's starting to get borderline pay to win, in a sense. Now, some of you might not agree, but if you think about it, the MX Garand is very, very close to the Shiva. Damage profile, range profile. The difference is the Garand has a better fire rate, and it comes out of the supply drops, which is a lottery-based system, which is quite aggravating to say the least. It does feel as if Advanced Warfare had a better chance of getting new items. So far, my personal experience is 8 of them have been released. I only have 2 after opening more supply drops than most people, more rare supply drops than most people. And I have not gotten them. And also from my experience, the only time I got those 2 items were from COD points being spent on rare supply drops and not crypto keys. Some part in the back of my head saying that you have a better chance with COD points. That's probably not the way it is. It's pretty much a luck-based system as far as I know. But with all these items being put in here, I like the fact that there are a lot of new items being put into the game. The part that I don't like is the fact they're all being put in supply drops. I liked back in Ghost, I think we could actually buy the weapons separately if we wanted them. And Ghost put out a fair bit of new weaponry, if I recall right. We had the Ripper, we had the Maverick, and then its sniper rifle version and stuff like that. And that was nice. Getting new weapons is nice. Part of me wishes we could get new weapons, new perks, new kill streaks every so often, because sometimes the kill streaks get stale too. But if it's all coming based on supply drops, we now have a problem, because to an extent, they're expecting us to pay $60 for the game, $50 for the season pass, which includes all the DLC maps. You get 4 maps plus zombies. And now they're expecting us to dump even more money into the game to try to complete the game 100%. And that is just bad. The way we're moving down this whole Call of Duty line, it appears that microtransactions are going to be huge. Like, I'd imagine that this thing would be full force pay to win if they knew it wouldn't kill Call of Duty in a heartbeat. Like, I really think that is the way they would go. So with that being said, there are ways they could fix the supply drop issue right now to make the community happy and still be able to make money off of them. Number one being, give us a supply drop that gives 0 duplicates. At this point, every time I'm opening supply drops, I'm getting nothing but duplicates. I will grind out to get 30 crypto keys, which I think I did the math is like 10 to 15 games for me. I will open a rare supply drop, and all 3 items that come out of it are duplicates, and usually I only get about 15 crypto keys back, so I have to play another 7 or 8 games to get back up to that rare supply drop to have another chance at getting something. And that in itself is aggravating. I had that last night. Every time I was opening a rare supply drop, I really wasn't getting anything new. I think at one point out of a rare, I got a rare and 2 commons that I already had, which is worth even less than what you get. Now, they can also make it, if you open a rare supply drop and all 3 are duplicates, go ahead and immediately re-roll it to have a chance of getting something new. That would be fair. Or, I expect they're going to be putting out new items consistently throughout this game into the supply drop so that people can keep trying to spend money to get it, because it is a lottery system. Okay, lottery system. It is. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just a chance. Say they start putting out new weapons. Like, we originally had the wrench, the brass knuckles, and the butterfly knife. When they put out this new set of 5, the Garand, the pistol, the crossbow, the crowbar, and the sword, when they put those new items out, we should automatically get the 3 previous ones for free. Everybody has pretty much spent all their money trying to get the new stuff, and they either have it or they don't. I have known of several people who have come to me and said, I've spent 2,000 crypto keys and got nothing new. I've spent $400 to $500 and I've got only 1 item on supply drops, which is insane, believe it or not. Guys, you can buy the real items in real life cheaper than what you're putting into this game, and they haven't gotten anything new. So at that point, it's like, we need to start drawing a line and making it more fair. I can understand it's a business, they're trying to make money. But if you keep screwing over your customers, your consumers, or whatever, your business will fall. That is pretty much how it works in this thing we call life. If you screw someone over, eventually they're just going to walk away. And I feel as if that's what happened in Advanced Warfare. When all these items were being put into the game and you could only unlock them via supply drop, it started pissing people off. And that's the thing. It's the minority of people who are actually vocalizing this point and getting pissed off and saying something. The majority of people, once they start seeing this happening a lot, they just stop playing. They don't say a word. They stop playing. They stop spending their money on the game. They just walk away. And yeah, I can start seeing that happening more and more. I like Call of Duty for the most part. Some games are worse than others. Some games are amazing. But with some of these things that they're doing to it, it can take it a good game, because Black Ops 3 is, to an extent, a really good Call of Duty, okay? I'm willing to admit that. But when you start adding in stuff like this, it causes problems, it unbalances things, and it starts to go annoying. Now, the true thing, or the number one thing that will really piss me off, is if they do decide to put in new specialists, and the only way you can get them out of is rare supply drops. That's breaking the line, and we should be done. Like, everyone should stop. In my opinion right now, we should all, for those of you who agree with my opinion about these new items and how it's BS, at least they need to make up a system so we can get them more fairly. The only way you can stop this, for the most part, is to stop spending money on these supply drops. You just have to stop. I know the items are flashy, and I know the feeling of, oh, hey, I have this, and that guy doesn't. But in reality, you get the item, you're happy for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half after you grind out Dark Matter, complete all the challenges, and you're like, now what? I've got my time on it, I spent this much money to get it, but now I don't want to use it anymore. And I know the argument of some people is like, well, all these other COD YouTubers are doing it, so it doesn't matter for me. For the big COD YouTubers, it's an investment for them, and I said this on stream, it's like stocks. They are putting in X amount of money and expecting X amount of money in return. They're doing this because this is their job, this is how they pay their bills. So when you make the argument is, just because the bigger YouTubers are doing it, well, that means I should do it because it really doesn't matter. The amount of money they're spending compared to what the entire community is spending is really laughable, okay? For, say one guy spends $100, and then he has, like, 100 people watching him, and they all spend $5. Well, guess what? That community part, those people just spent $500, whereas that one YouTuber only spent $100, so it piles up to, like, what, $600? If my math is, I'm going on the fly right here. So the community ends up spending more than the YouTuber is, but then they say, well, if the YouTuber's doing it, then I can do it. That's not going to fly. If you want this stuff to end, you're just going to have to vote with your wallet, and eventually when they see that people are not putting up with this anymore, they might start listening. So, this is my opinion on the current supply drop situation. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'm at the point where I'm not even going to pay attention to crypto keys anymore just because of all the duplicates. So, like I said, leave your comments down in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new around here. Other than that, peace out.